What is happening, everybody? This is Cody, aka DFS Prodigy, breaking down this upcoming two-game slate for the NFL preseason. It's going to be the Thursday slate. We have a two-gamer before we get to a monsoon of games on Saturday. We have a couple games Friday, but yeah, Saturday's going to be a cluster. But we have a small two-gamer for now. I'm here live with Dustin Shelton. We're excited to break the slate down. I know we've been trying to get some videos out together. It's been hard with my schedule. It's the night shift life. It's difficult, but thanks for bearing with me, man. I know it's kind of tough here and there, but how are you doing, man?
I'm doing great, man. I'm doing great. Been a lot has changed since last time I saw you.
I know.
Million games, man. Life is good. I'm ready to break down some preseason NFL football.
Well, let's hope we can win you some money for the wedding, man, because I know that can get expensive. So
No kidding. No
I
kidding.
know, I know that can get expensive, man. Trust me. But we're gonna break it down team by team. We're gonna start with the Colts. The big news is that they're gonna play starters into the second quarter. I don't know if they're going to get a drive in the second quarter because I could definitely switch some things up if they can get another drive out. Um, but I do like main starters on this team. I mean, if they can get, like I said, three drives, possibly the defense can step up against the Bengals. We could see three or four possible drives. Um, are you liking the Colts on this slate at all?
Um, they're not my favorite, but it could take one or two drives to become optimal. So I see why you like them a whole lot. Cincinnati's not playing their defensive starters. Colts are rocking with their ones. So it's probably gonna be a little bit easier to go up and down the field. Oh, man, if I had to single out any Colt that I like, I probably like Jonathan Taylor. If you want to play Jonathan Taylor, anyone wants to play him, I would say I would give you the thumbs up because he could get a full quarter. But the part that does worry me is they have two great drives, and then Steichen's like, all right, y'all are done. But on the flip side, Taylor can rush in for two touchdowns and be optimal. So it's like do you want to look at it optimistically or pessimistically? I'm choosing to go the latter. I'm thinking of more pessimistically. They get a little bit of run and they're done.
Here's what I meant it like. Here's my manifest, my dream is AR first drive throws a deep ball to Michael Pittman for a touchdown.
Mm-hmm.
Second drive, Jonathan Taylor runs it in, and then third
Mm-hmm.
drive, AR runs it in, and then there's your stack. That's what I'm manifesting. It's probably not
Yeah.
going to happen. I'm probably reaching for the stars here. But again, like you said, I mean, with the Bengals not playing their starters, this should set up to be an AR great drive. This should be the dream matchup for the Colts right now. I mean, if they cannot get it done, I don't know what to tell you, man. I mean, they should be able to score on these drives. Um, but yeah, I mean, with no pricing adjusted problems at all, it's kind of hard just to not like stacking the first team at least in one lineup. If you want to play three lineups and not play them, I get it. But if you're playing single entry, I like it.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and then kind of going down, talking about the third and fourth quarter. I'm not really getting to Joe Flacco or Sam Ellinger. I'm not really looking at much else from the Colts, to be honest with you, other than just the starters. I'm not really playing the backups here. If you want to throw a shot on Evan Hull at running back, I get it. I'm not messing with the tight ends though with the first team as well because we've seen this in the past with them playing multiple tight ends in the first with the first team with Mo Alley, and Granson. Even Jelani Woods have seen run last year with the first team, so it was kind of just all over the place. Do you like Mitchell though at all? A wide
Uh,
receiver?
I do. I don't mind Mitchell. He's the guy that can run with the ones and get more run after that. As you like the ones, let me let me play devil's advocate with you. Those are out there.
Yeah.
Richardson throws a pick six,
Oh
comes
gosh.
back out up. Jonathan Taylor fumbles. Then they try to get a little bit and maybe get a touchdown with a touchdown pass to Granson. That could happen too. That's the part I would be worried about.
I mean, that's the again, we don't know. That's the game at DFS. We don't know. Uh,
Um,
I mean, it could certainly happen. But I mean, yeah, man, like I said, there's not much else I like on the Colts. I mean, I like Mitchell, like you said, if you want
mhm.
to play second string, first string, sort of mix and return. But going to Cincinnati, man, on the flip side,
Mhm.
I know you like Logan Woodside.
I do.
Please try to sell me on him because I'm having a hard time playing him.
Look, he's getting a lot of run, man. He's getting a lot of pass attempts a game. He had a 2-pick game. So now everyone's going to be off of him. This is the last chance he has to try to make a roster spot because now with Browning a little bit injured, they might say, well, we might carry 3 quarterbacks. So with Browning injured, Brown is not going to play. Browning has solidified himself as the backup after he played while Burrow was out last year. Now Woodside has to show, hey, we can run 3 quarterbacks. Or if not, he's trying to get a job somewhere else because there's a lot of teams out there that could use a backup quarterback. Minnesota be one of them. You know, if Herbert's foot's not the same, I think they wouldn't mind having someone to back up Easton Stick if his foot doesn't get any better. So he already got his bad game out of the way. He threw 2 picks. I know that's why everyone doesn't want him. That's what makes me want to go back to him. He's going to get a lot of run. He's going to throw the ball a lot because, I mean, it's only going to be him and some other guy. I forgot his name. What's his name? Lombardi is going to play, and he's going to chuck the rock around. So is he going to be popular? I think he could be. And I think he's going to get the most run. That's why I like him a little bit more than an AR-15 or Carson Wentz or Tyson Bagent.
Yeah, man, like I said, I can see Woodside going into the third quarter. I don't think they're going to keep Rocky on the team. I think it's going to be Woodside. I think Rocky would be there probably in the fourth quarter sweep,
Yeah.
maybe mop up, clean up. I don't really see Rocky getting a lot of run, if any, to be honest with you. Um, but yeah, man, it's just playing time with Woodside, like you said. It's like I said with AR, it's the high potential, it's the ceiling, and then you get the floor of Woodside is what I'm kind of looking at.
Yeah.
Um, but on the flip side, if I don't want to go to the passing game, I'm liking this running game a ton. It's going to
Me too.
be a three running back revolving door between Williams, Kane, and Collins. I wouldn't mind playing any of them. You can play Kane, you can play Williams, you can play Collins. If you want to play two, I kind of understand that viewpoint also. I wouldn't mind getting to Williams and Kane or Williams and Collins or Kane and Williams. I understand it completely. So I wouldn't play all three, obviously, but I would definitely play one at least. If you want to
Yeah.
get two, I get it too. That wasn't I wasn't trying to make a pun, but anyways,
Yeah.
anyways, which one do you like more, man? Do you like Kane or Williams?
I like Williams because he has some experience with his offense. Um, he's been there a while. He knows the blocking scheme. He knows he just is very familiar territory for him. And the one thing I like about the Cincinnati players and everyone else, they have the highest floor because you know they're going to get a lot of run. So their worst score, their bottom score, is still going to be a little bit higher than someone else's bottom score too.
Mhm.
So you know these guys are going to get you at least 3 or 4 points as their floor. So Williams, he does get a lot of work in the preseason. He's been there. He evidently is liked because he keeps making the team. And with with Evans now out for the year, they're going to need that third running back, and you're going to keep someone that's very familiar with your team. So
Right.
that's Williams a whole lot. And you know what though, if they know that Williams is going to be their third back, they might not give him as much work as you think because they're going to need him. In case Brown or Zach Moss always stays hurt, you might need him. And Kane has been getting a lot of work too this preseason. So I would choose them two over Collins.
For sure, man. Receiver. I have a side note question. Do you think Chase is going to play if he doesn't get his contract?
Uh,
It's it's definitely interesting now.
I think he plays. I think Joe Burrow says, "Hey, dude, I need you." He's not Le'Veon Bell. He's not. When I say that, he's not an idiot. I don't think he is.
Yeah.
He wants a new contract, but he saw the way that T. Higgins, this offseason, he like, hey man, they're just not going to pay you, but while you're here, just coming out there. But he's holding in. He's not at home though. He's
Yeah.
there. And honest to God, like these guys that have been in the league for a while, this is what his fourth year. Honestly, I think some of them do this because they just don't want to go through training camp.
Yeah.
Some of them don't really need to go through training camp, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
So I think he plays. I think if he wasn't there, I would say no. But since he's been there the whole time, How are you going to be there the whole time watching your team bust their ass and you just not play?
Yeah. I
And
was, I'm- yeah.
Burrow's his boy. He wouldn't be there without Burrow. And
Right.
Burrow, hey, I need you here, and if need be, I'll throw you. I'll pay. Burrow makes enough. I'm pretty sure Burrow will pay his penalty for not being there.
Right.
Yeah, I think he plays.
Yeah. I just wanted to ask you to see what your viewpoint on it was, but he's not
There's,
he's not playing this preseason game.
no,
No, neither is T. Higgins. I don't see Andre playing either.
no,
I don't see Burton playing much, if any.
nope.
But that leaves us with Trent Irwin, uh,
Mm-hmm.
Charlie Jones,
Mm-hmm.
and Jackson, Leicester, Butler. So here's the deal. I like Jones, Jackson. I like all these guys at the bottom of the barrel. Just to
Understood.
with you again, my keywords of the preseason is mix and match. Just hope that you get the right one. That's the lottery of the preseason is picking the right receiver because I can sit here and talk up both
Yeah.
can talk up a receiver and then all of a sudden like the tight end slate or like the tight end situation in the Texans when I was like I like Kate Stover,
Mm-hmm.
quarantine supporters. It's this mix and match who you think is going to get the best playing time and hope to God that they get a touchdown because that will break the slate. Um,
Yeah.
so again, I know you like Butler some. I wouldn't blame you for liking Butler. Again, I like all these guys. I know it's not
Here's the
really
thing.
an
Here's
in-depth
the thing.
analysis, but
Yeah.
that's just how it is for preseason.
Butler's probably in a little bit better shape than they are because Butler played a football season in the AFL. Was he in the AFL, the XFL?
XFL.
He played. He just played a full season in the XFL. So he's still in good football shape. So everyone knows that's like a little it's a little nice little story. I
Mhm.
can definitely see them trying to get him a roster spot in this deep wide receiver core. But it's just with the Bengals receivers, man, it's a lot of dart throws, man. Like you really don't know. I could see Irwin not playing because Irwin played good for them last year.
Yeah, I mean, again, it's just mixing and matching these what six. So
Yeah, too many mouths to feed.
for sure, man. Tight end wise, I don't see
Do you
this. I don't see.
do you think Jamar Chase is going to play?
I mean,
Okay.
waiting on to see what Brandon Ayuk is doing. So or and CD Lamb being a Cowboys fan. So
Oh,
I
sorry.
mean, again, who knows with these guys? Again, it's one thing after another. I mean, all
Yeah.
it takes is them changing their Twitter handle or Instagram picture, and it's a whole freaking lights out. Oh gosh, he's leaving. So it's just
Ugh,
drama. I don't like the drama.
too many tight ends right there.
Do I?
That's seven tight ends. I didn't know the Bengals had seven tight ends.
I like Tanner Hudson though to
I
see
do too.
it's going to be him and all junior. I think getting the most
Yeah.
run. I don't see Sample and Jaceki playing. I think it's going to be the top two.
Yeah.
Again, just kind of dart throw, hope they catch the red zone touchdown. Um, but going to Chicago, I mean, before we start on Chicago, I think the narrative is going to be they're going to be high on just because of Hard Knocks. I mean,
Yeah.
everybody's been watching them on HBO. Everybody knows the guys now. It's
Hmm.
gonna. I mean, I personally do like Ian Willer a little bit now. I mean, seeing him get some run.
Hmm.
Um, but again, everybody's gonna see Banjan playing lights out with his dad on the sidelines. I mean, again, the narrative is gonna be there. The ownership's gonna be there. But quarterback wise, the starters are not gonna play. Um, I don't mind throwing a dart on Banjan. I really don't. I mean, if he can get a first quarter run, again,
Hmm.
just who do you think is going to get the better outcome with Logan Woodside playing three quarters, AR playing possibly a drive in the second quarter, at least the first, and then you have Banjan who maybe he can do better than both those guys at one quarter. I don't know.
Yeah.
But again, I think it's going to be a quarter, maybe two for Banjan, third quarter run for Brypin, and then Austin Reed clean up in the fourth. Are you kind of seeing it similar?
Yeah. I'm seeing it similar too. I feel like the second game is going to be a bit lower owned than the first one. I
Mhm.
think everyone's going to be all over Cincinnati. And if you want to get a little bit lower exposure, you can definitely target people in this game. Bajan is really good play. Rippin has been ripping it up, man. And I'm not trying to be corny when I say that. He played really good. Played really good in the Hall of Fame game. He's come in and he's looked like a solid backup in the league that's getting playing time in the preseason. He started for Denver a couple games a couple years ago. So Rippin knows what he's doing. and he's looked really good. I wouldn't be surprised if they carry all three of them in there in the regular season.
Yeah, man. Running back wise, I don't see Swift getting run. Obviously, I don't see Herbert getting run. I don't see Roshan getting run, if any,
I can
maybe.
see Herbert getting a run more than Roshan because I'm hearing Herbert's on the block, and you know, injuries happen, man. Teams are going to be looking for a solid running back. Dallas is probably wouldn't mind having Herbert backing up Zeke. You know, if the Turpin's not what they wanted to be, I can definitely see Herbert out there. I can see, oh Lord, like shoot, if something happened to any starting running back, in the preseason games, I could definitely see them Herbert getting looked at. So I think they're going to run Herbert out there to boost his trade value up because the better he plays, the more you're going to get in return.
I don't mind taking a shot on Homer or Wheeler. Again, Wheeler has found the end zone a couple times during these preseason games. Um, Looking at receiver though, no DJ Moore, no Keenan Allen, no Rome.
Mm-hmm.
Tyler Scott's going to get some run. Velvis Jones is going to get kind of the mixture of running back snaps and receiver snaps, mainly running back with those, mainly running back though.
Yeah.
Um, the way I'm looking at it is if you want to kind of do the connection with Bajan and Pettis, we saw that work last preseason game. I mean, they connected a couple times. I like that. Colin Johnson has been looking great this preseason also. I mean, I don't mind connecting him with possibly Bajan.
Mm-hmm.
I don't mind going to Webster though with Freddie Swain on the IR. He's going to kind
Yeah.
of be low on sort of guy. If you want to get him with Ripon or Austin Reed. But that's yeah, man. I mean, I like Pettis, I like Johnson, I like Webster a ton.
Mhm. I think the guy you talked about earlier, not the one of those, but Velas Jones, he's been getting work out of the backfield. I think that's why they want to trade Herbert and keep Velas Jones. That way, like they can run like a little wild, like a little
Jet
special,
sweep.
plays.
Yeah, man. I mean, he's looked decent in the backfield so far. Um, Tight end wise, I'm not looking at tight ends on the Bears.
No.
So last team, let's talk about the Kansas City Chiefs.
Yep.
No Patrick Mahomes. Here's the deal with the Chiefs is I don't know how much run Carson Wentz is going to get. I could see him getting one drive and then saying he's done. I could
Yeah.
also play in one full quarter and then saying he's done. I could see
Yeah.
him going into the second quarter and saying, play one more drive and you're done.
Yeah.
And that's just the Chiefs. It's Andy Reid's so all over the place with the preseason. It's terrible. I mean,
Yeah.
he always says, I'm going to play the starters all game, and then look what happens.
Mm-hmm.
So, but yeah, we have confirmation the starters are not going to play. I just don't know the mystery with Carson Wentz. That's why I kind of just wanted to avoid the quarterback situation on the Chiefs. I'm
Yeah.
much go to Bajan, Woodside, or AR.
Yeah.
That's just kind of how I'm looking at it. Are you in the similar boat?
I will say this. I don't know if I'm in the same boat because I think the Chiefs players are going to be the most low owned players on the slate with give and take two or three guys, but I think Chiefs quarterbacks are going to be the lowest owned on the slate. And the thing is, with Richardson, like you think he's going to play 3 or 4 drives, be optimal. Carson Wentz can still go out there and ball out in the second string defense. He's got some. The Chiefs are deep, man. The Chiefs are deep at receiver. You got Sky Moore and McCole Harmon running second team.
Well, my hot take is I want to play Bears defense.
You want to play the Bears defense?
Yeah.
See, I want to play the Bengals defense. Um, GPP move right there. If you want to play in GPP and get a leg up, I think the Chiefs are going to be really underowned here. So, like,
I agree with you. Yeah, they're going to be low owned just because, like I said, the Hard Knocks narrative. You have the starters playing on the Colts, and
yeah,
you have backups playing pretty much the full game on Cincinnati. So again,
yeah,
like I said, I mean, like we keep repeating it, all it takes is one drive to pop off.
very.
I mean, we saw that with Colin Johnson the other night. I mean, two touchdowns.
I don't,
I mean, again, it can pop off.
and I
Running
won't let people know that watch this. Like, we recommend playing some people, and then there'll be guys that you think that we're going to play. Colin Johnson was one of those guys that we were talked about, hyped him up, and me nor you played him.
I know that's typically how it goes, man. I get it. Yeah,
And oh
yeah. Um, Running back wise, I don't see Pacheco or CEH playing. Uh,
no,
I don't mind Prince,
love
maybe.
him.
Yeah, I
Oh,
mean, this team is so hard to talk about because I just don't know how they're
they're
gonna
so
run.
they're so deep, man.
Yeah, man, I don't know. I mean, again, you have the rookie and Carson Steele. I don't know how
Yeah.
much he's gonna get. I mean, some more action running back with the first and second team offensive units. So again, I just don't know how much these guys are gonna get run.
Prince has been getting a lot of action though. I've noticed he's getting action running and catching the ball. I do like Prince in this game. I think he has a very high floor.
For,
Oof,
yeah, for receiver wise,
man.
no Rice, no Brown, no Worthy. I could even them set out Sky Moore and Justin Watson. I could see them sending them two out. Do you agree?
Watson, yes. Sky Moore, no.
I mean, Tony's playing for his life.
Yeah, Tony can be a bad little option right there, man. You know he's fighting for his life. You know he's talented.
So again, I like Justin Ross, kind of the young guy trying to get run, trying to battle for a spot. Uh,
Yeah.
McCole Hardman, I swear, dude, this is
Well, in McCole Harmon's defense, last year he was with the Jets and then came back to the Chiefs. So he really he had to get refamiliar with the offense again. So I could see. I mean, he caught the game winning touchdown in the Super Bowl. He ain't going nowhere. I'd
yeah,
be surprised if Hardman plays. You know they're gonna bring Hardman back.
yeah.
I mean,
So
they brought him back. They brought him back last. They brought him back last season in a trade. They gave up a draft pick for him. They're not gonna get rid of him.
yeah, so kind of looking at the Chiefs, I kind of brought it up. Chris looked good. He went 6 for 7, 99 with one touchdown. Mahomes went 8 for 14. Wentz went 5 for 10, one TD. Ian Book
Yeah.
2 for 4. I mean, I know I'm just reading stats off, but again, this is what the starters playing. Um, so again, it's super deep. I mean, Justin Roston only got 2 targets. Tony got 2 targets with -4 yards. Um,
That
that's
dude fell off a cliff, dude.
That's typical for Tony. I mean,
Yeah.
again, just look at this though. Like it's super spread out. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 2,
Yeah.
0, 2. I mean, that Carson's still a running back. I mean, again, it's just super spread out. That's the problem
Yeah.
with. And there's
Well,
not a consistent guy. But then you have the pop off with Cornell Powell with 1 for 64 and a TD. So
and I guarantee you he'll be the highest known guy because everyone looked back at that one. And the
yeah,
thing is that I look back at him when the starters played. So you got to take out all those guys that got action. Take those guys all out, and now you see a little bit more action for everyone else that's going to be playing that night. That's why I like the Chiefs a little bit. I said I liked Woodside, and you were all over Anthony Richardson and Bajan, but man, I could make a strong argument for Wentz. He has had a rough go at it, and he's playing with guys that are fighting for their lives. So they're going up to him and like, "Yo, man, I'm trying to stay on this team. I'm trying to make this team." Like Sky Moore and Kadarius Toney. I guess he Wentz go out there and slinging it. I think his job is secure. I'm
yeah,
pretty sure his job is secure. So I can go out there and see Wentz saying, "Well, I'm not gonna play much this year. I'm gonna have fun this preseason game."
yeah. Tight end wise, not really looking at tight ends on the Chiefs. Do you like one in particular?
I like Irv Smith, man. Irv Smith needs to prove something. He has got a bunch of talent, just can't stay healthy. And now he's fighting for a roster spot too because it's Kelsey, Noah Gray that's been there for a while. So he's trying to get that third spot.
Freaking
And I don't think Noah Gray plays, to be honest with you.
Super Bowl darling, man. No,
Yeah.
agree. Um, but
So
yeah,
Irv Smith, he can fly too. That dude is fast.
yeah. Um, Defense wise,
Mm-hmm.
pick and choose. I mean, I can recommend one. I like the Bears. I know you like the Chiefs, or I know you like the Chiefs offense. I kind of like the Bears. I know you like the Bengals defense, but
Yeah.
again, it's pick or choose, man. It's you just hope to get lucky with whoever scores the lowest amount of points. I mean,
Yeah.
I know it's not really an in-depth take, but it is what it is, man. It's preseason. I hate to say it, it's preseason.
I I try to go for the lowest owned one. I think the lowest owned one's going to be the Bengals because they know the starters, the Colts are going to play.
Mhm.
But I mean, and I'm not saying you're wrong in your Colts love, saying they could go 3 for 3 touchdowns, and then. But the thing is, though, so that's what 21 points. So it'll knock you down to 5 points because it takes away from the 10.
So
So
ownership wise that I see happening, again,
yeah,
you're probably on a different page than me, but I kind of what I'm seeing happening is I think it's gonna be the Bears,
yeah,
or no, I think no, I don't know. It's either gonna be the Bears or Colts defense, at number one
yep,
and two. And then I
yep.
can see again, I just don't know, man. Never mind. I don't.
I think Bears won
Yeah.
because everyone thinks the Bears defense is. A lot of people play preseason and just think of the regular season last year. So I think Bears won.
Mm,
I'm gonna go Colts 2 because they're playing the starters. I'm gonna go Chiefs 3,
and then
and then I'm 4
yeah. Yeah.
because their Chiefs defense is still really good, and they're going to be really good this year. But um, everyone sees the Colts starters playing, and they're going to want to play second string defense players versus starters for the Colts.
Yeah. But yeah, man, it's gonna be interesting this late.
Mm-hmm.
I can't wait for it. Again, we'll see what happens, man. We're either gonna see a highlight reels or we're gonna see nothing happening. It's gonna be super low scoring.
Yep.
Um, but yeah, man, I'm glad the games are kind of next to each other. I'm glad we don't really have a break. We'll kind of get to see what's happening on both games at the same time. Uh,
Mhm.
do you have any last closing thoughts, man, before we get out of here?
No, I think the chalk is going to be the Bengals players. I think the GPP plays. Well, I also think another chalk quarterback is going to be Bajent. I think the GPP play to go here for you is play the Colt starters because you think they can go in, go 3 for 3, go for a quarter, get 3 scores. My GPP play is stack the Chiefs.
We'll see what happens, man. But that wraps it
Yep.
the video for us, guys, though. Thank you for tuning in. Hope everybody's safe and great rest of the night, everybody. Have a good one.
Peace.